Thank you for coming tonight. And I have so much information. I've been following the In Bloom situation since April, and I've contacted the state ed department so many times I can't even count. And I don't get any answers on what's going on with my children's information. And why are they collecting all this data on our children? It's concerning to me. Why do they need to know students' bus routes? Why do they need to know their disciplinary records? Why do they need to have 400 data points on our children? I can understand why the local school districts need that, but why do they need that information at the state level? I feel like they're just profiling my child. And I feel like it's just a big label that's being slapped on our kids. So something that you've done in 4th grade or something that you've done in 10th grade that you might not be so proud of is going to follow you into college, is going to follow you into the workforce. So I'm very protective of my children. I think we all are very protective of our children. But why, as a child, should that have to follow you into the workforce, into college? I don't feel that's fair. So I'm really fighting to have the student data mining in the state be stopped. Like I said, I had something prepared, but everybody's spoken so well here tonight. That's really been my passion, and I'd like to see that stopped. The Common Core issues, I'll just share with you a little homework my son had the other night in 5th grade. So a number is divided by 6, then 8 is added to the quotient. Next, 3 is subtracted from the sum. The result is 7. What is the number? He's 10. They're 10 and 11-year-olds. They're trying to figure out how to do long division. I mean, why are we trying to trick the kids with math questions? Math has always been black and white. I don't understand why they can't get the foundation first and then build to a question like that. We worked on that question for about a half an hour. I've been through college. I couldn't figure it out, to be quite honest with you. I'm certainly not a math major. But my son, who is in accelerated math, he was able to help us after about 15 minutes of working on the problem. So it took 45 minutes for one math problem for a 5th grader. So that's where I think you're finding frustration. In addition to that, my son, who's in 9th grade, he was in 8th grade last year, accelerated student in math. So he took the algebra regents, passed the algebra regents, but he took the 8th grade math state test, failed to meet proficiency on the 8th grade math state test. So now he is in need of AIS monitoring. So, which fine, go ahead, help him, add more help, but aren't we taking away from the children who really need help? I just don't understand the whole process. And so here's a child who was good in math and who was confident in math and was excited about math and is now discouraged with math and isn't excelling anymore in math. So the whole process has just been very frustrating. And I just want to say thank you for coming again. And I don't want to keep going on and on, but you get the idea. So thank you again.
We really appreciate your input.
Yeah, I just want Colleen is a nice Valley girl. She's the one that marched into my office and gave me all the information, educated me. And I have to say, when she started talking about In Bloom, I was a little skeptical, but I did do due diligence and look it up. And she was right in everything you said, so thank you
It's
for making me aware.
It's surprising that they've been able to keep it so quiet in the state education department about In Bloom, and
You saw the hearing, you watched it stream last week, right? And I think Kathy Nolan, said that she was caught off guard by a lot of the elements of what was going on.
It's hard to believe, and so when you approach educators, when you approach people and tell them this information, they think you're a little, like, not right. There's laws that protect, there's laws that protect you. There's FERPA laws, they'll tell you. Well, the FERPA laws were changed in 2011. So there is no protection anymore of, our student data. There really isn't any right for the parents to give consent. I don't want my child's personal health records out there. I don't want their personal information out there. If they choose to release it when they're old enough, then that's up to them. But it's really not for the state education department to decide what's released on my child.
Yeah, I'm not concerned. Just information about your child. It could be information about you and what your job is, how much you make, your
They're profiling
your parents.
They're profiling our children, and basically they're trying to squeeze them into this little box to say, this is what you can do. This is what they don't know their potential. They don't know if somebody's gonna work hard enough to get to that goal at the end. They don't know what their potential is gonna be. So don't try to squeeze them into a box when they're in 5th grade or when they're in 9th grade. So again, thank you for your time, and I really appreciate you coming.
Thank you.